Hello, it's me, Gallium GG, aka the baddie with no bit rate. Go like the little Megamind meme, but it's like no bit rate. No bit rate? That's me. Except, ooh, new items unlocked in the gallery. Just so dirty it's great. It's a different shirt. Fuck you, dude. What's this bit? Ew, no. I had a shower early in the morning today. Let us continue. We have no time to waste. Turnabout Airlines. Oh my god, so true. What's the deal with airline turnabouts? How you been, Arun? I saw your lizard people while I was waiting for the stream to come back to life. Ooh, is it... So, what I do like so far about this is that it all seems to be continuing where it left off. It's not disconnected cases. I mean, you know, they ended up being all connected and so on in the trilogy. But generally it feels like case. There's a through line of NPCs, but not a lot of through line of like the actual cases. Here feels like, ooh, the reverse. Are we getting a case on a plane? Dude, that's cool. Everything began high up in the air. 9,000 feet in the air to be precise. Because of the atmosphere. Why do people like some slight turbulence? We are asking all passengers. Ugo? His name is Ugo? His name is Ugo? Why do people like to order tomato juice on planes? Do you know why? Was Edgeworth on the ground because someone knocked him out, or like the turbulences seemed like earthquake and then he kind of passed away for a bit? We start with a moan as all good. Oh my god, the crispness of the crispness of the freaking animations. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? I have a habit of like moving the keyboard away when I'm playing these games, but I actually need to use it for these. 6:13. I guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Slight turbulence indeed. Okay, so I think maybe it was the earthquake. Because the plane makes it taste good. The plane does. Does like the plane squeeze it himself? We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. What a fancy ass plane this man is on. Also, who is this guy? He looks like the... I mean, not quite. But he kind of looks like the professor from Luigi's Mansion. You know who I mean? So admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, dude, dropped your wallet in the wine? Travel wallet? But it's not mine. Oh. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? You were out for 10 minutes. Why won't this headache go away? Maybe he was knocked out. He just thinks he passed out for a while. From earthquake like turbulence to an elevator, yeah. He does not like those. What am I doing hesitating like this? Who has an elevator on a plane? Goddamn, yeah. Isn't it like, how many floors can there be on a plane? 2? Maximum that I know of? I know full well why I hesitate. Yeah, the DL6, we know. Yes. Edgeworth, this is the 7th time this week you've presented DL6 to the class. How long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. Never mind, there's a dead body in the elevator. That's the trauma is back. Is there such a thing as a triple decker? I know double decker planes exist. Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. Yeah. He's dead. Yeah, he sure is. Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. Oh God. Maybe I think we're jumping to conclusions. They're saying I did it. It wasn't me. Well, it was fucking one of yous. Disgusting. Okay, March 12th, 6:41 a.m. G390, second floor, first class. Oh, am I arrested? Look at me down here. Look at does he always carry a little chess set that's red and blue? Dude, he does have the hots for Phoenix. Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tenero. Rhoda Tenero. I'm trying to figure out what's... I don't know what the pun is. I'm sure there's a pun there, but I don't know what it is. Fortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse of it. It was a murder. Murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. What about the killer? Let me off! You want to leave the plane now? Please, there's no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit, apparently. Dude, his thick-ass law book right there. I ask that everyone please remain calm. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. That is true. He should know. Now you listen here. I'm not the killer. I simply found the body. That is true. So you say, however, okay, so this woman did it. She was the first that told us that she was like, murder, you did it. I am sure you are the perpetrator of this crime. Okay, yeah, she did it. I swear in my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up. This lady is... Dude, look at this kid. I didn't even notice this kid down here at the bottom left. He's got the fucking steak seared to perfection. That thing is huge. That's the size of his whole fucking torso. Look how well is that cooked. That's impressive. A massive loaf of bread, which he's just taking raw bites out of. He's not slicing it up or nothing. He's just taking a huge chunk of steak and chasing it with some dry ass bread. And let's not forget dessert. Dude, I'm on a plane with Augustus Gloop. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? If it's the passenger wallet at our destination, until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. Yeah. He always gets accused of murder, this man. Miss Tenero, is it? Yes. Dude, she's so fucking cool. Is this her hair? Oh, my head is covering it. Hang on. What is that? Look at her hair. It's crazy. She's got a little pagoda or something going on behind her head. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you mean by incriminating evidence just now. She's hitting a little spot right there. That's kind of difficult, moving just the pinky. I can't do it. I genuinely can't do it. What the fuck? This woman is talented as hell. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense, can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? Damn, get baited. You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. Be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. Lady, I am already guilty in your head. Things cannot get worse. I do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. That is the most real thing she has said. Good. Very well then, let's get started. Okay. Oh, we're starting straight off with a testimony. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator, it was you standing there with flesh blood dripping off the murder weapon. Do I have... Okay, I do. Is it mine, so whose is it? Can I look deeper into it? I can't. Can I look deeper into this? I can. I'm pretty sure this is the murder weapon, the way it's got a little corner of blood on it. And then Go You Sky Magazine. Oh. Oh, that's like the time. Correspond to our departure time zone. I feel like this is going to be important. I don't know what the departure time zone is, to be fair. Also, what do you mean there's a specific time frame for a movie? That's messed up. We watch no movies until 6 hours, no, more than 6, until 8 hours into our flight, where we watch a 2-hour movie and then that's it. The rest of the time we're just raw dogging it. That's crazy. Victim was seated in first class like myself, but I don't know his name. Go You Airline's flight attendant, charged with taking care of first class, with an overinflated sense of detectiving. So if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. Okay. So I know what I saw. That's her evidence? Ma'am? Not really. You're really asking a professional prosecutor, could I be a better witness? And he's like, yeah, dude. It's hardly perfect when there's like a hole in it. Well, yeah, we've been back. Well, I mean, we just started, to be fair. Yeah, it wasn't even OBS or anything. I literally started streaming and my internet just went away. And I unplugged and replugged and it came back. For you, I am certain you are the killer. Standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. Hold it! Uh-huh. I swear that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't a passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic by now. You were quite panicked. You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Nonsense! Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. That's a forced smile if I've ever seen one. Look at that. I witnessed the murder scene and I'm now listening to your defense, all with a smile. Tiny bedrooms and put all the bathrooms across the hall. Wait, what? You're looking for a new place, but is it like common bathrooms? If the bathroom is in your unit, isn't it fine? Or you also lie with a smile on your face. Yeah, you do. I'm gonna present, be like, this the murder weapon you're talking about? Objection! Miss Tenero? Oh, I don't live alone. What's with all the yelling all of a sudden? It's just how we do it in my job. Force of habit. Doesn't matter. Miss Tenero? You say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood, is that correct? Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? It looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Tenero. Impossible. And I killed him with a travel wallet? But I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. It's stained with the wine. It would be so kind as to take a whiff. I think you'll agree to it's only grape juice. It's not even wine. It's grape juice. Then, that's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. I love Edgeware's theme kind of going off in the background. That should clear up that pesky accusation. Nah, she's gonna double down. She's a bit of a Karen. I'm sorry. Wait just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. Demand that you show me what's inside, please. Well, it's not my wallet. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself. It would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright. She immediately was like, fuck yeah. I feel like she's the murderer and she's gonna use this opportunity to, like, take something from the wallet. Oh. Open. Ooh. The 3D evidence is so cool. Republic of Borginia. Borginia. This passport is all that's there. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. I do agree. Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? I like how he's in handcuffs, but he's still totally owning this conversation right now. He's taking over. Whose passport is it exactly? I don't know. Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. It's the victims. 122750921K. Hicks. Type P. Okay, I did. Your name's Akby Hicks. Sex M. Sorry. Uh-huh. 100 out of 10 following directions. You know, that's one thing I do. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Abkey Hicks. Akby Hicks. What the fuck does Akby Hicks even... Like, I feel like none of these names are puns, but maybe they are. Wallet data and victim data. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you? You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. All that's in it is a passport. I couldn't use that for anything. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon. But it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Damn. Next up. This little, like, going through reminds me of when you do a gym battle in Pokemon Black and White. That also kind of does that, and it's really cool. As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with a vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks's money, weren't you? Haven't we determined there's but a passport inside? Yeah. There is only a passport inside. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? Everyone is so reasonable in this world. I feel like they would just shout you into you're arrested, IRL. Uh-huh. Mr. Hicks's money. Ma'am, there is only a passport inside. Objection! I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenero. Kill them with kindness, Edgeworth. I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. Simply put, as you saw with your own eyes, the only thing inside Mr. Hicks's wallet was his passport. If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet? But that's right, Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't know it was empty when you stole it. You would like to think that, but that's not possible. There's no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with. The killer knew the wallet was empty from the get-go? Because all the money on the floor, I guess?
Take that!
I admit the wallet was probably not empty at the time of the murder. That's pretty evident by the bills and cards strewn around the inside of the elevator. Yeah. The problem with your logic. I would surmise the victim's wallet fell out during their struggle, and that's when its contents emptied onto the floor of the elevator. Not the killer could have missed such an occurrence. According to your supposition, if I were the killer, I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument of theft completely invalid. Forgive me, please. Are you saying the attendant's wrong? Well, I'm glad Sorry, I just saw this guy fucking hitting the Greek profile over here. Goddamn. Looks like every art teacher I've ever had. That guy isn't the killer. Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. Will you all please be quiet? Hell yeah, edgy boy. Mr. Nero? Could you uncuff me? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand from the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. Dude, this man speaks in Sherlock Holmes hieroglyphs. What is it now? Oh, shit. This man's speaking in fucking Wingding. Someone help. If you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight. Said that he is giving the runabout. Oh, he can speak English. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well. See? You, the attendant. I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. Okay, so you did it. Okay. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you. I like this freaking jar strapped in. Is that the best way to carry that through? You, how dare you try to waste my time? I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Okay, hang on. Is one of his precious art this? Oh no, that's a Airline sort of. But hey, there was something around his neck that is missing. That's evident. And there's also something in his pocket. We gotta remember these things. Insolvent. Yes, I am pretty sure that's how you say it in English. I don't think I caught your name. I'm Zinc LeBlanc the Second. Zinc LeBlanc the Second. I'm a very wealthy man in the Borginia, but I'm not ordinary rich man. I'm art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Damn, he gets really red in the face. Gets a little. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? You said Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout. No, he was giving you the turnabout. That's just how it goes. License, sorry, this poster in the background. License to love, laugh, maim, and murder. Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yet you continue to blather on. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go into the elevator. Going down to the lounge. Okay, sure. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. Is the whole bottom floor of this plane a fucking lounge? Goddamn. License to love, laugh, maim, and murder. That's a cool fucking poster. At 6. Wait, you saw him at 6? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? 6... Yeah, 6:15, yeah. Hicks was his name, was it? And I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. The only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too, I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. The movie? Hang on a second. The movie starts at 6. Departure time zone. So I suppose it is 6. So yeah, he was enjoying the movie. That makes sense. I was still eating. Still haven't finished. Sure. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No compliant, I see. Not a single word against this, right? But it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have what you say, the evidence? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw, enough to give testimony. Of course, I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little small machine the whole time. Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. So it could be a small computer, a phone, a calculator. Yeah, I was talking about is a cell phone. Okay, I have to say I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. You saw him playing with it? Damn. They really do let you do whatever you want in first class, huh? He was doing a Louis C.K. over here. Hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty, all it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Okay. I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen? I think that is how you say it in English. Fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. Ish. If I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Mr. Nero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ha! This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc. In an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. I'll be right back. I love how, like, the characters are so animated. You're not planning to erase evidence when you're doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Okay, she's back. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. There we go. I'm in your debt, Miss Tenera. There is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? I get my little Maya. I get a Maya to go around with me. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case. Take full responsibility and we'll watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? Use T to talk. Use Y to yap. Investigation. I love, like, the way he walks. Oh, God. Why is she stuttering so hard? I feel like the way he walks, like, the sexy back should be playing when he walks, you know? He's got that sort of dun, dun, dun. Oh, wait, sorry. I need to look at... Is it spacebar? Spacebar. What's a lifesaver doing here? This man seems like he's just terrified. I bought it at the in-flight shop just beyond the lounge. Something should happen. Having one will save your life. Cookie kinda spooked, is he? What's up with you? Don't get near me, you criminal. I'm not the killer. I intend to prove that starting now. But that's the contrary to the facts. Yeah, I can understand his English, thank you. Okay, we've already talked to him. What about his whole setup? I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about. They keep kind of ushering me to the crime scene. Okay, damn. Okay, damn. Damn. It's a movie poster for License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. That's a Go You Airline sponsored movie. Suspense, hard-boiled action, romantic comedy, horror comedy flick. Honestly, I would kind of love it. Yeah, he's just holding his breath. He's like, he's not gonna breathe until I'm done. But also, goddamn, this lady over here. What's she dressed like? Can't even begin to imagine what the plot would be. But you have to admit it has piqued your curiosity, right? Or the main strategy with this genre listing was to make people curious. Well then, consider the mission a successful one. Hello? Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there! Hello? If you need something, please ask Miss Rhonda over there, okay? She's being so rude. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low it was in the red. Wow, Edgeworth. I forgot all about it. Must have been asleep or something. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Let me prepare you something right away. No, not right now. Please help yourself. If you see anything to your fancy, feel free. I'll take my time later, yeah. After I've solved this case, he's just like, I'm just gonna solve this right now. The elevator's not in service. We should take the stairs. So that's the other way, is it? My little law book. Fortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. That's right, I was in the middle of recreating a chess game. Just an observation, but aren't there too many red knights around that lone blue pawn? Nonsense. It simply shows the blue pawn is no match for the red knight's might. He fucking... Dude, this guy's fucking drinking. God damn. He's getting sloshed. How about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? I wasn't talking to you. I was asking the cute attendant. If you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. Wow. This steak is great. I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here the whole time, so I don't know. Eat or speak? Please pick one. Eat. Damn. Me and who? He chose to eat. He sure did. That's a crazy parfait, yeah. Could easily finish it off all by myself. Edgeworth kind of got an appetite, huh? This parfait is a Go You original, the Go You parfait. The Go comes from gorgeous, while the U comes from yogurt. When you combine the two parts, you get Go You. There's no U in yogurt. Oh, that just brings me straight down. I guess the pilot's not going to be part of this. First floor lounge. I want to thank you for your help. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. Just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you're not making progress. When we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time. Is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. If every first-class passenger was accommodated at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes on first class without a staff key card. We found no record of a keycard being used at all. So it's, yeah, it's a first-class murder. One other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered. Begin investigation. Let's get started. Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. Crime occurred between 6 and 6:15. Indeed. The only person in the lounge was Edgeworth. That is correct. Which means making the prime suspect. However, I did not kill Mr. Hicks. It means the killer was around somewhere. I forgot all about the clues. First order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Let's look at the frickin' situation. Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. That requires a flight crew key card. Okay. Is there gonna be like a murderer in the cargo hold? He always says that. Something sticking out of his pocket. It's a picture. Looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Okay, so his phone is typically on the lanyard. With the clues going into me. I know, I didn't even mean for it to happen, but it is like I'm getting like zoom. The clues getting beamed into my head. Yep, yep. What was hanging off this lanyard? Something's missing. We know what it is. This is probably the murder weapon. Oh, and that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Ugo. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition. It's so popular we're down to our last one. Yeah, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. Shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks's body. Could be. Now, anything with this? No. Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I'd guess it was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. Okay, that's that checked. Uh-huh. Mr. Hicks, he's really dead. He sure is. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks's head. Could this be the cause of death? He was struck very hard. Okay. Even his glasses are broken. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make a deduction right here. What's missing from here is his phone. Machine is nowhere to be found. His cell phone, Miss Nera. I think we can safely deduce the killer took it. Let's call it, maybe. Okay. We've deduced the thing. Can I make little deductions? Where was the killer? Murder weapon, Captain Ugo, and blunt force trauma. Glasses are broken. Were they broken during his murder? Inside the elevator connects 1 to 2. I'm gonna connect this and this. Statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Yes, what is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with a wound on his head. Well, well. What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? It would appear this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Okay. Where was the killer? We don't know. Glass is broken. Elevator. I mean, where was the killer in elevator? Might connect, but it might be a little premature to make that deduction. Some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I found... Oh, there's footsteps. Huh? Huh? It's not... Do I have to present?
Take that!
You're right. How are they made then, and why are they here? I don't know yet, but I know they're important. I found an even more important piece of evidence. The footsteps. Okay, I just need to hover and then present. Got it. They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they're a set of footprints. These belong to our killer. We should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class. It's not a bad idea. Fortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. However, it does suggest the killer run into here. Yeah. There must still be clues found here. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence. Terribly embarrassing. I thought it was an earthquake for a second. I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off. I would know since I was unconscious for most of it. Oh, edgy boy. A wine bottle. A piano. This stuff dropped on the floor, which apparently does not matter. What or who is this? This is a bronze statue of the founder of Go You Airlines, Mr. Hugo Hughes. On the left is when he was in his 40s, and the other is him in his 80s. They look exactly the same. Okay, but why is it say here lies? Like he's buried here. What? Never hurts to take another look. The thing was hovering like there was other things to find here. Like it didn't have a full check mark on it. Weird. No, it's not when a good drink has been spilt at its feet. This is a statue of the founder. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet. Hero worshipping for Hugo? These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds tell me nothing. 2 copies of Sky magazine in the magazine rack, and she's on the front of them. This month's special is an English trivia quiz. That's cute. Heard the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Case in point. But a particle is a type of word. A participle is a verb tense. No? These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. No matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. It's the flight attendant's room, but please understand it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. Oh my god, the fucking Hugo crossing the Alps over here. Look at this MFer. I would think the perfume would smell great, however, to me it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies beyond this door. Yes, let's. I spaced out for a second. Okay, piano. It's the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive. Huh? Yeah. It's not a music box. It's, what are those called? I don't forget what they're called. Its keys to press along with the music as though there really is someone playing it. That's cute. Oh. Toppled over chair. And I'll look at, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was used when the Rocker Pals came to a tour of this plane. Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. They were all the rage. The Rocker Pals, an extremely popular international band. They had the Pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens. So they were just called the Rockers? I already see how confusing the conversation would get. Yeah, the Rocker Pals, pal? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make a quick deduction. Where was the killer? And, footsteps. I mean, okay, there's no... Is this gonna count as footsteps? I'm gonna try and connect it. No, okay. Broken glasses. Or was the killer? And I mean, this does connect, no? Or am I crazy? Am I going crazy? We've already checked. We've already checked. There's apparently something left to check here. Apparently. Oh, shoes. There's no grape juice residue on the soles of his shoes, making it highly unlikely Mr. Hicks entered this elevator after the turbulence. Okay, I think probably now we're done with this. Yeah. Oh. I guess this does not count as anything. Okay. This would just bring me back, I think. Oh, I can't even leave because it needs to be investigation complete. I got it. This is done. This is done. And this is also done. So at this point, I do need to start connecting things. Where was the killer and elevator, I guess? Okay. There wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. Okay. The spilled grape juice? Now? Yeah. I have it. Because if those footsteps came in after the turbulence, there would be footsteps inside the elevator. However, the way it's set up, it means there was someone inside that walked off. I understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. It's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding. Rather, the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. Someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. And did it say someone or something being dragged? And something being dragged. Okay. What's going on over there? Over where? Oh god. He's back to friggin' wingdings. Are they talking back and forth? Unforgivable. This is unforgivable. Do you understand what I am saying? The movie is late. It is the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late. But the movie... What? I will not talk to you anymore. You're just wait. Oh god. He thinks the movie is late. But she's about to say, no, the movie was on time. So maybe his watch is off. So then the time frame of the murder shifts. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? There is no emergency. Please return to your seat. Do not tell me what to do. I need not sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? Pretty much. Nonsense. You say my eyewitness testimony is mistaken. Not mistaken, merely there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Whoa! You throwing gang signs at me. What I saw. Certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? You, the only person in the lounge at that time, must be the criminal. Okay. I'm gonna press on the watch thing, because what he just talked about with the other flight attendant makes me worried. Eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come. Let me see. Why is he so irritated? Yeah. Discredit. Quick, quick. He's seething. Look at this, man.
Hold it.
Assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking. Oh, you noticed. It is a very expensive antique, I will have you know. Feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand. It looks well designed and classy. That's alright, let's continue with your testimony. If we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock. Uh-huh.
Hold it.
Yeah. That's when I found the two of them as well. Yeah. That was the weird pressing. Yeah.
Hold it.
Able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time. Of course, I saw what was inside. It was alone. Yes, the only person inside was Mr. Hicks. Okay, now here, present, or do I present the footprints here? Because it feels like that's the only thing I've got.
Objection.
Yeah. His little fucking condescending head shake. This man is too cool for school. What is it? There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There are the spilled grape juice. No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Oh. He's like the autistic kid that comes to school in a suit. That's all. You know? Except he's got the fucking charisma and skills to back it up. But that's him. God damn! Okay, girl. What the hell is going on here? Are you summoning Mia? No way, that's totally impossible, I guess is what he said. No way, that is totally impossible. No, there was no other person in there. I saw him with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. Maybe there was someone in the elevator already. Objection! Hello, Carpy, how are you? Is it Carpy or Carpi? I always forget. It's Carpy, right? Please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed? Testimony part 2. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed me by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. It's Carpi. Carpi. Dang. I got it wrong. I'm so sorry. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one else inside. No one. You could please calm down. What? There, you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony. This guy is Karen. What's the male version of a Karen? A Kevin? He's a Kevin. I was very upset. Okay, why were you upset? Are you still upset now? I am always upset. The only time I'm not is when I have a piece of art in my hands. I was always more upset, even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me. I was always, whoa. I was always checking. We gotta press because all this stuff here, it's Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening. Yeah, the movie was late. Kapai is well done in Maori. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. It starts at 6. Runtime 2 hours. Dang. They were supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. Cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie. Check my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. So my watch is not wrong, it matched the schedule. The movie was still late, very, very late. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, it starts at, not a destination, but at a departure time zone.
Objection!
Oh, God, do I need to press it more? I need to press it more. My rep. Uh-huh. There we go. Now here.
Objection!
There we go. Departure time zone, baby. Departure. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time. Yeah. It would mean your watch is displaying the time of our destination. I'd like you to take a look at this. If you believe this Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Mr. Nero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? We made a short stop at a transfer point. Yeah. A small Asian country, the Republic of Zhangfa. What are the countries in this world? That's so interesting. Because Japan exists. They've mentioned that before in this world. But there's also Zhangfa and Borgovia. We didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. Right now we're still running on Borginian time. Oh. Time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. It's only natural your watch would be out of sync. With your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. You can bet 1 million cents on that. You saw Mr. Higgs 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. Damn. This basically widens the time frame for the time of death by about 3 hours. Yeah. Means the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15. Oof. That's harder. That's harder to work around. Question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing? I got something to say. Hello? Yeah, oh. I'm Cammy Melee. Chamomile, I get it. Cammy Melee. I'm a flight attendant. Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. Saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m. I like the detail of, like, they all have these little, like, jewels as part of their outfit. But because she's all, like, chilled out, hers are round. And the other ladies are all, like, sharp edges. Because she's all sharp and, like, you know? She does have some big fucking eyes, dude. Oh, that's right. See? They're all freaking square over here because she's such a square. Oh, that's right. He pushed this call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Yeah. Refuel and transfer cargo in the Republic of Zhangfa between 4 and 5 a.m. We asked all passengers remain on board at that time. So if he called during that time, he couldn't have been dead during that time. So it's 5 to 6:15. No. Not a single person got off or on in Zhangfa. What about the flight crew? Who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off, but eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. She's so fucking out of it. This lady is taking mushrooms for sure. So basically, I can assume no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. And I answered his call. Tell you, Mr. Akbe Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Yeah, between 5 and 6:15. What time did you come down to the lounge? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zhangfa, so 5. Yeah. You're the only one who could be the killer. Unfortunately, yes. Yikes. How do we explain the footprints? It's not that obvious. This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in this lounge, waited to kill him. And he put the corpse into the elevator. Now, I'm thinking this guy might be actually the murderer because he's all about art and stuff. Our victim seems to be in charge of some sort of museum stuff, you know? I mean, this photo he's taken, I don't know if maybe he's in charge of it, but like it almost gives him an air of like he's involved with ancient art, archaeology, etc., etc. So maybe he killed him to like get something off of him, or maybe there was some sort of like underworld art deal gone south. And this elevator, even though it only goes to the first and second floor, it can also go down into cargo, although I think it maybe needs like a specific cute. Blood. That's all that there is. The phone we can't look at because of course we don't have it. That makes sense. Ooh, my prosecutor's badge. I can zoom in on that bad boy. Ooh. It's engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers as if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. Okay. Okay. And it's when the turbulence happened. My witness testimony may have been mistaken. But what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter, because the entire incident concluded here, in this lounge. Is that what you really believe? Do you have another idea? Simply feel there is something out of place in this scenario you presented. Can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge. Footprints moving something away. Right?
Take that!
These footprints, in which direction do you think these are headed? The in-flight shop. Correct. They are headed in the direction of the shop. But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden. You're right to point out they do not form one continuous trail. There's another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. It's usually on display at the in-flight shop. The murder weapon, this little piggy bank, is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and it's not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Only means you prepared it, taking it from the shop first before coming here. Hold it. Okay, Tanera, help me out. You see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Well, it's just that a piggy bank was there in the shop. Saw it with my own eyes. It was maybe around 5:40? just before the turbulence, yeah. You were in the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was. When I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. And what is beyond that door? Flight attendant's room. You were on the first floor. Yes, she was. Had to do something at the shop and in the in-flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first, then to the flight attendant's room. Valid? Yes, you seemed really into the issue Sky magazine you were reading at the time. Don't suppose you noticed me walking by. Piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Went there for a work-related matter. The upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Yeah, why didn't you say anything about it? Let's go to the shop. Oh, she's like, nah. Are you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten, but I have already asked them for permission to search the entire plane. I think we're all right. That's weird. Well, I just talked to the captain, and he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. Uh-oh. I mean, she's lying. Go on. Admit that you are. Dude, this girl's just stirring the pot. I kinda like it. Damn. He said, yeah, permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet here you are. What are you trying to do? Pull sheep over us? Captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Damn. Please excuse me. Off she goes. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would follow me, I'll be your guide from now on. Okay. You're no use to me asleep. Wake up. Oh, what's up? Yeah, let's go search the shop. I'll catch up with you later. Damn, she is kind of a little too loosey-goosey, isn't she? Oh, it's open. Oh, she did catch up with me. Ooh. That's where the thing was taken from, is it? There's also flowers fallen down from here, presumably. And also this little teddy bear thing she's holding. There seem to be some on display over here. I don't know if that incriminates her or what it does. So this is the in-flight shop. There's also some magazines on the floor, it looks like, but that could have been because of the turbulence. It's quite a mess in here. Guess I'll have to clean things up then. Don't touch anything. Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. Yeah. There's a very good chance the killer had paid this place a visit. Investigazione. Yeah. Those are a company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. Buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. You try, then buy. No way. But either way, it doesn't really matter. See that? Just look at all the Captain Hugo heads painted on there. Cute company mascot, isn't he? The real owner? He's certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Guess there's no fooling your refined tastes. You look like you really wanted to get one. I thought I was gonna finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it. Glad that's done, though. Never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay? Really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? This suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. It was a company-wide contest. Really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so blah. Whoa. I'm fine. Please watch yourself. Yeah. It rolled freely. These on the floor, are they anything? Row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. Oh, lifesavers, not the candy. Got it. Some people buy them even when there's nothing going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one? The glass and the stuff. This is important. Looks like there's nothing on display inside. What's this? A captain's hat? Sure, I've seen one of these before. Yeah, the little bears. Kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale, and they're lined up in just such a manner as to scream "Buy me" to any passers-by. Stuffed toys, just like the one Miss Melly is holding, are on display. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too. They're great for when you're stressed. What selection of souvenirs? How about you buy something for me then, as a present? I had my eye on that pendant for such a long time. Yeah, probably try paying some attention to me when I ask you something, and then we'll talk. That's valid, valid. Beautiful flowers and a beautiful arrangement. Yeah, there's some on the floor. You can still ask me about whatever. You notice anything? I don't know. I guess I think you're the killer, though. She's falling asleep while I'm talking to her. This girl. Well, is she fully knocked out? Huh? Yeah, but it was me that got you the permission to look around. You know? Don't forget that, okay? Oh, you know, to really show your thanks, you see that item for sale? Welcome back. I guess I need to do some deductions. We got quite a bit. Suitcase. Rolls it around. Tiny captain's hat. Yeah, I know, but like, how do I connect it? Is there other stuff I can look at in this room? Because if not, I have to start making deductions, and that's got me a little worried. Broken glasses and heavy object? Maybe? Yeah, I certainly can't leave. Let me present stuff to you. This piggy bank was in the shop. Don't you find her a tiny bit suspicious? There's not enough evidence to convince me she was lying about anything. Okay, what about the footsteps? Nothing. What about the travel wallet? Nothing. What is this lady's pun name? Her name is Cami Melee, because she's always falling asleep, so it's like chamomile. Like I said earlier, I was the one answering people's calls while we were refueling in Zhangfa. Mr. Hicks was in his seat at the time, at 5 a.m. Your testimony, yeah, he was in his seat at 5 a.m., but yeah, that's it. Profiles I can't present. Okay, so I do need to make some connections. Broken glasses and the suitcase rolling around. No. No, even I could have told you that. Okay. Tiny captain's hat. I know you've seen one of these before. On it? It's supposed to have a hat. That probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see. It fits perfectly. Really? Don't tell me you don't know what things go where in this shop. Well, I don't. Miss Rhonda's in charge of this place. How should I know anything? I have nothing else. But does that let me explore here a little more? Yes. Okay. Perhaps it was the killer who broke it in order to take the piggy bank. It's a bit odd that the inside of the case is so devoid of glass shards, plus... Oh! I touched the glass and it cut my finger! It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth, it hurts! There's a lock on this display case. If I may ask you about this lock. She's got the keys to all of the display cases. No, that's fine. GoYo Airlines related books. The history of GoYo Airlines. The future of GoYo Airlines. The 7 wonders of GoYo. Fight on. GoYo Airlines. Working name, GoYo Airlines. You go you. Wow. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Anything else? The little nesting dolls. Mr. Hugo Hughes. The bottom shelf we have the cute one. The middle shelf is the realistic one. Top shelf is the floral version. Okay, so we've looked at all of this. We've looked at all of this. I should make a deduction. The culprit must have shattered the display case. I don't think so. I think maybe the turbulence caused it to fall out. Something very unusual about this. The killer had broken the glass to get at the Captain Hugo bank. There should be shards of glass inside the case. There's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. The glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass. Like to bet that hat was knocked off its head at that time. That's nice. That the killer took the Captain Hugo back from here after the turbulence. She's fully asleep. Your power naps on your own time, Miss Melee, and listen to where I'm talking. The murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon. You mean the bank's not the real murder weapon, it's a fake. What if when the killer went to take Captain Hugo, they broke the glass by accident? There's one person who could have. Miss Rhoda, yeah, she's got the key. Can I make any deductions as I stand? Turbulence. And the rolling suitcase. Yeah, baby. Tell me, Miss Melly, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Yeah, they're kind of very weirdly designed. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. They should have rolled around a whole lot more during the turbulence. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Did you find it unusual? These cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence. Yeah. Wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she'd heard what you just said. She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. It's not wrong. Something that's not quite right. It's missing the little stops over here, right? I'm trying to look. Is there evidence it's been opened? I don't think so. So it's missing the little stops.
Take that!
As in, there are no stoppers in place on these. Without stoppers, one would think the turbulence would have sent it flying. And it didn't. Let's take a closer look at it. Let's open it up. It appeared to be unlocked. Uh-oh. Piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood. Appears this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. Investigation complete. Truth back to full. So explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? It's pretty safe to say the killer used this suitcase in some manner, such as to move something. That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is the dead body?
Take that!
Inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? And this cloth, it's very freaking gaudy colored, which makes me think of the art guy again. Yeah, that's the same pattern of color that he's got going on. In light of this, I'd say Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else, which means the murder was committed in an entirely different location. After moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. Uh-oh. She's back. Now, this Cammy girl is kind of, you know, pointing at Rhoda, like, strongly enough that it's got me worried that she actually did it. I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels he has allowed you ample time. Seems he'd appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. If I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites, under your supervision, of course. I'm here to assist. Says, yeah, let's see. We can camp out and watch over everything together. No one's getting any food or drink for the rest of the friggin' flight. And I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. Oh, yeah. Tenero has something that she's hiding, apparently. Got friggin' jump scared by the save screen. Oh, dang, we are actually landing. Salmonella, what you doing over here? I know once we had landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. Thanks to Miss Tenera and Miss Melly, I was able to preserve the crime scene, but I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Miss Tenera in private. What was she up to? Why did she do what she did? Must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. Hey! Oh my god! We're getting all the freaking... Dude, hang on. Damn! Dude! This is like... Oh, this is some like Marvel post-credits bullshit. I love it. With the music playing, I go where I am needed. And wherever there are criminals to be caught. Yeah, we know. Daughter of my mentor. She's also a prosecutor. Be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth? I'm placing you under arrest. It's quite frustrating, actually. I'd hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day and a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame? Were you not around for the end of game 1? It's all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. I've been cleared also, yeah. Over the police radio from the captain himself. He waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Yeah, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? She's like, no. I can put you under arrest. I can put your arrest on hold until then. That's as it should be. To be perfect in every way. That's the Von Karma creed. Solve it together. Don't you dare leave town. I had no intention to. Gumshoe is around. How is he getting... Why is he getting hauled around to all of this? Or did we land in Japan? Damn. Listen up. I'm leaving you in charge of watching this, man. Don't mess up, understand? I'm supposed to guard Edgeworth? Yes, you are. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Damn. Seeing the dynamic play out in HD is so cool. Miles Edgeworth. If you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me. Off she goes. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay. Thank you. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. Maybe I should ask the good detective. The investigation music! Oh my god, I love it. How was the initial investigation going? We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office and we're taking statements. A little too quick. I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir, but somehow when I got here, Miss Von Karma was already here barking out orders at everyone. It's kind of creepy, so she knew there'd been a murder or something. I'd come in advance to await your flight's arrival. Maybe she just came to, like, to get me at the flight, and then also there happened to be a murder. Miss Von Karma just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. It's kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sir. I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Maybe. Could be that's why she was already here. She was here to talk to one of the people in first class about all of that. Can I present? Wallet? Nothing. Okay. The body? Crime scene? I mean, he wouldn't know. He's just here to guard me, yeah. Sky magazine, the stuff, the bloody cloth. I don't think this man is gonna help. That plane. Wanna ride a plane someday and go overseas? You've never been to another country before, detective? He doesn't have the salary for it. I don't even have a passport. Yeah. I've been saving up for that eventual someday. Penny a day, to be precise. Yeah. This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. Do you like planes too, mister? The balance between the main wings and the tail wings is really something, huh? I've got a thing for the shape of the wings, too. Here, mister, you can stand next to me. So how about that plane's wing? Damn. Hello, salmonella. In Soviet Russia, world flags linebackers eat you. Oh god, he's a Redditor. Gotta get him some water. Fond it, lol. I feel a wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000, lols. For my next elite movie, it's gonna be the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo, versus the World Samurai, champion of Earth. It's gonna be rock swords, so many box swords. Steel Samurai's finally getting a movie. I guess. How was the landing? Pretty scared too if I caught up in a murder. No. I think he was scared of the plane. Life vest is proof I made it alive. It's now my prized possession. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth. It's got nothing to do with the murder, at least. That is true. What's going on over here? Lunchland. Where's Angel Star? Not bad. Guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own branch shops. I've always wanted to give their steak lunch a try. Which should I go with? Recommend our airport special World Flags lunchboxes. Only available for a limited time. Yeah. If you really want that badly, why don't you go ahead and buy one? Take a Star Spangled Banner lunchbox. And I'm assuming Sal over here is eating the Japan flag one. That's a nice little touch. Well, that's that. Can I leave? No. Can I go on the plane? I guess I can. I'm about to get arrested. Dude, pilot's looking friggin' snazzy. So you must be the captain. Why, yes I am. Who may you be? I'm the prodigy prosecutor, Francisco von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. The little curtsy. Don't you dare, Captain. Getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. What are you talking about? Oh no, are they together? Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions? Anyway, I'd like to leave that type of witness to Francisca and her whip. Valid. Is she just gonna be chill with... Yeah. Yep, he's like, that's exactly what I said. We're going straight through. Dude, that parfait's holding its shape so well. Now see here. I'm sorry. Damn. How long do you intend to hold me? It's impossible for me to be the criminal, I told you. Mr. LeBlanc, what's up? Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend. What's going on? You can't go in there. No one is allowed to enter without Ms. Von Karma's express permission. Yes, I understand that, but I also have explicit instructions to not let you through for Ms. Von Karma. Okay. All done with his statement, yeah. Do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay. Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo. Yeah, there's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From folk costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts. Yeah, it kind of looks like that other piece of cloth. Like the bloody piece of cloth. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, it's a Borginian cloth. Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from all over the seas for more. World famous expert of Borginia. It's beautiful pattern. Is that a beautiful pattern? I guess he kind of makes it work, actually. No. My cargo this time is much, many gigantic. When can I have my cargo moved? Many gigantic? You mean like this? Dude, this was on a plane? That's crazy. You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. Now good, an attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room too. She's not exiting? She was taken into the attendance room for her interview, and then still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Hey Von Karma, what's up? I was not aware she wore like a mini skirt. Von Karma kind of snazzy, kind of stylish. You were given free reign to examine the plane, weren't you? Apparently. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Nero. Wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room? You still have to clear up a few issues. Okay. Testimony time? But you can't pull the wool over my eyes. You mean the sheep. according to that guy. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered. At the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found. The only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. Okay, two things. One, we know the body was in the suitcase. Two, Tenera was also down here. It's not like you to use such vague wording. Simply trying to watch out for you. Is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend? Break her logic. Easy enough, easy enough. Rebuttal time.
Hold it.
How do you know that? Add nothing more. You're saying there's more I need to know. There sure is. Sorry, Scruffy, my hand must have slipped. He actually said sorry. Gonna present, I think, the suitcase on this.
Objection.
Yep. Yep. It would appear you did not have all the information you needed after all. Found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. Piece that proves the body was moved from a different location. The real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all. Now, who is the one rashly jumping to conclusions? It could be that the scene of the crime was here, then it was stored, then it was put back. All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove the body was moved. Could be the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth. Should know better than that. Von Karma is perfect in every way.
Objection!
The marks on the floor. Something being dragged.
Take that.
I spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. Why do they call it grape juice and not wine? Is it some sort of like PG rating thing? I'd like to draw your attention to this area here. Drag marks.
Take that.
This mark here, wouldn't you say it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? There's also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. Did move the victim's body from somewhere else.
Objection!
Not so fast. This still, yeah, that still means I could have done it. That's valid. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. Then you waited for the victim in the lounge. Didn't we establish the piggy bank broke? It was taken after the turbulence. We know that, so we can already present that, yeah. Then while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. What are you? Yeah. I'll show you exactly how flawed your logic is. Francisca keeps losing. She just continues to lose. Poor girl. Before the plane hit the turbulence. Was taken after the turbulence. Done. On statement 1. First one right to the forehead. The fact you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. You're falling for it, Von Karma. Francisca, please, you're falling for it. Essential tools that those who would stand in a courtroom must learn to master. What if it was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? This Captain Hugo piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. It's just such a fake. God. The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important. It was taken after the turbulence had occurred. I assume it was added after the murder, when the killer fabricated his weapon. After the turbulence, wheeled the body. Yeah. Killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Proceeded to pick the bank up from off the floor. And yeah, took it to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. So the guy was already dead from something else? Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Ackby Hicks. Yes, ma'am. Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? No. Flight attendant's room, though. It's possible it's just hidden somewhere. If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, it would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Because the cloth was hidden inside the suitcase, and signals to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. The real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage, or at the real crime scene. In here, I'm thinking. Or down in the cargo hold. That the piggy bank is, in fact, the real weapon. Took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence by opening the lock, which she could have done as the flight attendant, yeah. Perfectly reasonable line of reasoning. It's not bad. Whoa. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. So we did not have permission to do anything. I remember, because I know Cammy said, like, oh, you didn't have permission to open the shop. But apparently we didn't have permission to do anything. Very well, permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Valid. Let's move into the flight attendant's room. New location. Whoa, what's with all the gold stuff? Also, there's one of these suitcases over here. So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission? Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know? What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Miss Tenera? You're here too? Oh yeah. Can you please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did? Now, is this up top hers and this down here Cammy's? Or is it the other way around? Because I feel like, is this spot right here, this looks kind of squarish. So maybe she's kind of like a little nasty IRL and Cammy's kind of put together. Or not. Bottom one is a giant mess. Sloven, squalid scoundrel of a man. You dare to scrutinize a woman's bed and invade her privacy? Die. Death penalty. What's with all of this? That's her lost and found. Uh-oh. Gold crowns and swords and necklaces. Yeah. Oh, is this the exit or? Oh, apparently it is. So what's through here? Miles Edgeworth, isn't there something you should be doing? I know, I need to talk to her. Okay. Is that maybe like a bathroom? Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission. The captain, he only has ears for Cammy. He definitely seems to be rather taken with Miss Melly. And on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. Yeah, thank you, and I'm sorry you had to do that. You were able to prove your innocence? Thank goodness. But still, you look kind of guilty now. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence. Please answer honestly. Why were you there? Yeah, what's the deal with that? All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. Paid a visit to this room. Yeah. There isn't much else to tell. Ask you about this? No? Ask you about the suitcase? If you could please take a look at this. Oh, that suitcase. You are the one who designed it, correct? I think I figured something else out about it. The suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? Won't you please tell me more about this suitcase? Interested in how they were selling. I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care. I get it. I get it. Listen, you worked hard on something. You want to see if people are buying what you're selling, you know? If people are interested. The last one there. You're saying the suitcase in question was the last one. Yeah, they're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves. Apparently. The one in the shop is more definitely the last one. I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much. No, there were two. Say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. It's ugly. It really suits you. Guarantee it personally as a service professional. It's hideous. Oh, that's rough. My issue with the suitcases in the design is the number of them. There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. When I left the shop, there was only 1. There's another suitcase here. Did she buy one? Oh, you said there was only 1 left. That one it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now. It still has the tag on it. $1,200? I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. I don't believe for even 1 second you've used this for a very long time. It's got the fucking price tag on it. Yeah. I think she bought it because people weren't buying it and she felt bad. I get it. Again, I get it. Yeah. Mr. Nero, I think I understand. I know what you were trying to hide. Was originally in the in-flight shop. One can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person who bought this suitcase is you. I hate to say this, but this suitcase that you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? Yeah. See how poorly the design you poured your heart into was selling, and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. All I really have is my job. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. Thought that maybe I'd finally accomplished something. Yeah, I mean, the people in charge of the company also chose to have her design be the winning one. So it's really not on her, like at all. Suitcase didn't sell. Because it's, as you put it, hideous. We weren't selling a single one, and they were just sitting there collecting dust. Felt so bad seeing them there day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. These are expensive. Also, 1200. Ma'am, they are 50% off. Are you telling me full price for one of these suitcases is 2400? Or did you just not give yourself the 50% off discount? 540. Okay. There's still a bunch of them left unsold. You're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. Should all be down in the cargo hold. Could very well have come from the cargo hold, yeah. To store the body, yeah. I'm so sorry. That's all I ever wished for them to be. She, you know, she is the quintessential flight attendant. She cares deeply. If there's any other way for the cargo hold. Is there any one other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator? Just through that door there. Door has no special lock because you have to get into here. Like, you need to be a flight attendant to get in. Limiting the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. Going on these wild goose chases. Uh-huh. The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story. Killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold. Yeah. That other attendant, Miss Melee, I asked her earlier and she had this to say. What, did she lose her key card? In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different key card is required. The only person who holds that, what, the captain? Oh. Oh, God. Could you please show us that card? Is it gonna be missing? I don't believe it. The key card is missing. If it's missing, the only person... If it is truly missing, if she isn't pretending or she didn't drop it off somewhere, the only other person who could have taken it is Cammy. Pretending your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it. You can tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, whack his pee-pee. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Damn. We don't get to hold it. Francisca, I know you are the lead investigator on this case. However, no, she's holding it. You know the rules as well as I do. Are you never gonna give you upping me? Holy. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth? Damn, we're splitting into 3 parts. Save. I like the little saving thing, the little quilt going on and doing little 3 dots. It's really cute. This is the cargo hold, huh? Oops, off he goes. It's so big. Oh, he's having fun. Damn. Okay, there is clearly a suitcase missing. Why would you take one from the middle and not from like this side? It's both a super large cargo hold and extra luxurious first class. Certainly a high probability of that, which is why we're here. Investigation. Can I do... No, I literally only have the broken glasses, so I can't. Suitcase missing. Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. Yeah. Paint job's really cool, don't you think? It probably screams artsy. Well, if you want to buy one, it's your last chance. You think so? Maybe I will. Let's see here. I think I'll pass. They're super expensive, yeah. Bunch of glass fragments. From his glasses? Bed sheets? Sure brings back memories when I worked as a part-time mover. That's all we know about it. He just used to be a mover. Someone who's capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. Install 2 of you on top of each other, sir. Sounds about right. This open suitcase? It's when the victim checked in. File. There's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it. Uh-huh. Well, she was already here. She showed up early, so... Highly flammable, yeah. This one says flammable. This one, it says pharmaceuticals. For exorcism use only. Okay. There's nothing else. Can we... Oh, this is the elevator. You should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. But we need the special key card, which is missing. Yeah. Can I talk to you? He then immediately began to direct the investigation. Involving a very large and involved governmental level international crime. Is it art dealing, art forgeries and stuff? It was decided I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Is that guy Interpol? Also, isn't Interpol is Europe, isn't it? Why are they operating in America? Or is Interpol like worldwide? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make a deduction now. First of all, broken glasses, glass shards. That's for sure connected. Simply conclude these fragments are from a pair of glasses. The shards would match up perfectly. The real scene of the crime was here. That's my thinking, yeah. Believe the probability has just skyrocketed considerably, and that's left. Let's find the murder weapon. Then profile and Francisca. That guy must have been Interpol himself. I know. He's a big fan. Ooh, that's a file profile is a little beyond big fan and into like creepy weepy territory. And Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. He was Interpol Agent Hicks. Let's talk to you. Hey there, let me whisper into your ear. Came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense. Yeah, suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Looks like they got to him first. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Whoop, new clue. He went undercover to investigate this crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he landed. Agent Hicks came down to the cargo hold. There's nothing but luggage. There's also big art. Is it gonna be like, it's like a big forgery or something, and we're gonna have to compare the photo of the real thing to what's in there? That I'm sure. Exactly how he intended to pursue it, no. No passenger can't access the cargo hold. Must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person. And then he was murdered here. Then he was put in a body and brought up. The turbulence happened. He was knocked out. Same time his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Yeah. Investigation. That was fucking speedrun investigation. That was quick. Really, sir? I think so. Killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. Alright. Argument. Oh, I like how it's not testimony. It's argument and rebuttal. It is purely just debate. If it was a crew member, any of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. The point to keep in mind is the key card allows the elevator to come down here. The only person is Rhoda. That's pretty decisive. I'm gonna start pressing because off the cuff, I don't have an idea.
Hold it.
But then it could be anyone. What do I have in my bag right now? Do I have anything saying in-flight shot left at attendance room? Timestamp says 5:40. Was there his seat when we took off again at 5? Or 5 to 5 from 4 to 5 a.m. Could be anyone, including Miss Melee or even the captain. I feel like maybe Melee is involved in the smuggling ring. Plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand. Always needed a guiding hand. Yeah, and they kind of work well together. What about the other flight attendant, Miss Melee? Point to keep in mind is the key card. Let's continue pressing. Tell me about that key card. It's highly likely the key card was stolen from Miss Tenero. That is not as true. It is all we have. The possibility that it was stolen. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero. Not just the key card. The murder weapon, the Captain Hugo piggy bank. There's the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderer's bank.
Hold it.
But it was taken after the fact. Or maybe it wasn't. Like maybe it was taken first, then put back, then taken again. You must keep on insisting that it's fake. What is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. The body? I guess? I think you were too quick to jump on your conclusions. Just like, if you look at the body, you would be able to tell, you know, if the indentation matches, and beyond that, if the hit was done after death. We don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon? That's true. Let's see what the autopsy results say. If we get them back immediately and it matches. Oh no. They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know one thing for sure. Doc said it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge. When all that hit him multiple times. Instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of head, bruising head to mid-back. Head to mid-back, so it's like a whole freaking thing. That's just his opinion. I don't think that means anything. I said they were still looking into that. It doesn't help us at all. It does not help us at all. Told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. Oh, I know who this is. My luggage, my cargo. They're mine and I demand to return to me. You return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. This man with the chest out. Suppose there is no choice. Is he gonna push him down? Finally. Yeah, let me no choice but to use strong force. Ah! Oh, shoot. That's how it happened. He fell. Uh-huh, uh-huh. The way he's like slowly falling down. Time to logic. Cause of death. Yeah, extensive bruising. Okay. Cause of death. And the weapon couldn't be found. No, I think that's not it. No, it's the weapon couldn't be found. And the smuggling ring. It's the crates, I think. No? I've literally connected everything except Captain Ugo. And cause of death. There we go. Killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there's extensive bruising. Bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. It's much too small to have caused that. Must be something far bigger. We gotta deduce. The weapon is large. It's a crate. Something we all overlooked from the very beginning, because it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. One of the crates. I found it. The murder weapon. We didn't realize it until now. The answer has been right in front of us this whole time. Is the murder weapon the crate or the plane from the hit in the head? We should go check up on him, sir. Yeah. This real murder weapon. Let me see evidence, but I'm pretty sure I don't have evidence to show. Because it's not... I can't carry it around. I don't have any evidence to show you. Yeah. Perhaps I should phrase it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Do you believe I've figured out what was the real cause of death? Free fall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell. He was pushed over the banister. Has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. The only rational explanation for this injury is he fell to his death. Top of the stairs to this very cargo hold. Is this guy alright? Tell me you aren't dead, pal. He's alright. Gumshoe's a good guy. He immediately went running to check. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof. I don't know about that. That big box that's currently there. But if that were moved, the large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? The reality is the cargo box is there. There's no proof that it was always there. I'm thinking if Cammy is the one that did it, then her testimony that he was there at 5 a.m. makes no sense. Because then, or like, you know, she could have lied about it and then be like, oh, he was at his seat at 5. But if the murder happened before the cargo, like the little stop in the cargo transferal at Zhengfa, then you have a situation where he could have fallen, and then the spot where he fell could have been covered. Window of time when the giant box was not there. During the whole first leg of the flight. Where's the little stop at Zhengfa? Yeah, here.
Take that!
Yep. This flight had a short layover in Zhengfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason. We transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? Further prove my point. Let's look at what's next. Zhengfa Express. Yeah. It was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Correct. What if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? Clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Entirely possible. Examine that piece of cargo. Let's go. There's a tag on it. A Alif Red statue. You can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Uh-oh. Damn, he's Naruto running down the stairs. Look here. Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. What's up? Take it this large piece of cargo belongs to you. Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Alif Red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much more. Huh? It's $100,000? That's not that much. I mean, you know, it is a big amount of money, but for like a huge ancient statue, you're getting better and better at seeing right through me. Yeah. I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Is that in euros or in dollars? That makes some of a difference. There's a chance your cargo is related to our murder case. Let's try and deduce. Smuggling, valuable piece of art. Yep. Then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. It's like a knockoff. About your statue, I wonder if it might be a fake. Suspect your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Let's see it. Can't read this. What does it say? It's as plain as day. The cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. The statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in this certificate. There never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. Respectfully disagree. We need to see the statue. Yeah, the eyes are supposed to be red. Yeah. Eyes are supposed to be red. I mean, it's called Alif Red. Come on. Has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit. Let's look at it. Something wrong. The eyes. It's connected to this.
Eureka!
These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, pretty. Yeah, but they're supposed to be red. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? They're supposed to be red. Mr. LeBlanc, I'll allow you 2 seconds for your answer. Theolifred, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Oh boy. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy. But... yeah. Large fellow there has a very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. He's looking at Gumshoe's eyes. Damn, he does have large and pretty eyes compared to Edgeworth. I didn't stop and think about it. Yeah. Do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. He's being blown away again. Even further examination will be required now that we have confirmed this is indeed a fake. Some sort of proof this was brought on board in Zhengfa, and I will present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. It is on top of this thing, which means this needed to be brought on first, and that was brought on in Zhengfa. Kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense. Yeah, it's too expensive for me to allow that to happen. But we can deduce, connected to any of the evidence I hold. This, oh, it was brought on from Zhengfa. Yeah. There's clearly a contradiction here. Yeah. There you go. Shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhengfa, there's no way any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. This fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhengfa. Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? Because the cargo certificate said it was loaded, and he was gonna come and check if it was in fact here or not. To secure proof of smuggling activity. Because he inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. If he had found the fake at the airport, it would have been after the swap had occurred. Suspicion would naturally fall into the statue's owner. Yeah. There's someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Investigation complete. Baby, I'm getting good at this. This doesn't feel too long. It feels like we're coming close to the end. I mean, maybe. While this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document. Yeah. Agent Hicks had to secure proof he is smuggling activity. We still haven't found his phone. Another empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. Yeah. What you had to do was hold a Zhengfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler, yeah. The statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhengfa leg of the trip, enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Yeah, see if there's blood under it. Removing the Oliferet statue out of the way, we tested the area, and there was a reaction. Yep, there was blood. And it looks like it was wiped as well. My deductions were correct. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. How did the killer clean up all the blood? With the Borginian cloth?
Take that!
They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhengfa. Because the cargo crew would have found the blood, yeah. Murder happened before. Yep. Miss Melee's testimony that he was on his seat at 5 after leaving. That totally contradicts the facts, yeah. Because I think she is the guilty party. This is a 4-parter? feel like we're saving pretty often in this bad boy. Maybe I'm just that good at deduction, man. Maybe I'm just that good at detective games. Oh, we brought her to us. Miss Melee? Hello? Good morning. Hello, princess. Good morning. Wake up. Hello, princess. Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls? Huh? Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. He was dead long before we ever touched down in Jianghua. Oh? Hey, she's having such a little reaction. I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is weaponized incompetence. Tell me about your alibi during the time span from just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. where the body was found. Oh, yeah, you are. There's not a single thought behind those eyes. Oh, yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah, that contradicts this being bought and brought in at 5:40. Pressing her. I guess. I'm gonna press the 5 to 6. But I feel like I could present at this stage.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time. Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Yeah, raise an objection. Clear contradiction. What are you talking about? It is not possible you were alone because she came in after buying a suitcase. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to take a look at this receipt. For the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. If I may direct your attention to the timestamp, it was bought at 5:40. What is the killer here? I thought you'd have... Whoa. I request that she be present as a witness so that we straighten out your complex lie. Is she about to like do one of is she about to have like a usual suspects twist where she suddenly becomes aware and she's like, all right, motherfucker. Phase 2. You took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop. After which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. Where were you really between 5 and 6? Girly pop. You do not get out of this like that. The bathroom? Maybe that's it. Probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know? A little too convenient. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. Okay. Another testimony. Hello. I'm a bit late. That's all right. This case has been pretty easy, all things considered. Plus, it's a Sunday. It's a Sunday, so everyone's a little chilled out. Have you played the investigations games? You'd think, then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too. She's the one in charge of the elevator key card in the shop. Makes her super suspicious. Okay, we're gonna have to press on this. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda? Maybe got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Keep an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? This man is neurodivergent, to say the least. 4th or 5th one I watch playing. Ah, hell yeah. You want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of like... Whoa. People who can't appreciate my sense of design. Valid. Okay. Rebuttal. Because I'm one of the crew. Yeah, I'm gonna press on these because I feel like there's all she's doing is deducing and giving opinion. There's not a lot of actual facts. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. Say I wasn't an attendant, you wouldn't suspect me then, would you? You'd think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda. And I do. She's already being detained for further questioning. Yeah, she is suspected. So are you. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me, a killer? Listen, anyone can be a killer. Anyone is one bad day away from being a killer. One in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop. Do I have anything about the elevator keycard being stolen? No, not really, because that could be a lie. Okay, let's press. What are you in charge of, Miss Melee? Jack shit. Take care of the attendance room. I'm gonna spend so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Yes, I'm really good at Borginian. Take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Okay. And some Borginian stuff. I'm gonna press on this. Yeah. I do stuff like translate things from and into Borginian. Yeah. You just have to process all the Borginian paperwork. Yeah. So here is where we get her with the cargo manifest in Borginian, but it's also fake. Very unladylike. That does not come into play here at all. Very sus. Oh my god. Sus? Sus was out here before Among Us? Goddamn. I don't get what you're saying. Must be a really abstract concept, huh? Okay, let's start again. Some Borginian stuff. Some Borginian stuff like this?
Objection!
Like this, mayhaps? Is that correct? She falls asleep whenever she doesn't want to answer a question, this girl. Started abroad in Borginia for a while. Damn, she's making me sleepy. I'm already feeling sleepy. She's on top of it, doing all of that. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Melee. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Olifred could not have occurred. Yeah, girl. Wake up and smell the flowers. We're fucking putting you in jail. Wake up, baby girl. We got a CD to burn. There she goes. Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you. Yeah, she had a she's blowing bubbles. Wait, she's my favorite. She's my favorite. Oh, the bubbles from being asleep were just actual bubbles? It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. Dude, your personality change alone is enough for me to fucking make the allegation stick. Damn. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. All you did was sign it. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly, so sorry about that. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. You would have strong motive, that is true. Just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. I think, what if we just call his number? I'm sure you've got his phone on you. It's gonna ring. For all unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. Damn. Perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. It was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. Seems to me our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. She was the intended target from the very beginning. Push all of the blame on the crime onto her. To frame Miss Tenero from the beginning. The suitcase, I guess?
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Because she has a habit of buying one on every flight. They could have just swapped one of the suitcases down here with the suitcase that has the body in it. Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. Well, I got through the trouble to do so. Yeah. Dude, I kind of like her new sprites. She's really vivacious. The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail, but should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Yeah, the turbulence kind of messed it up. There wasn't enough time to put the body back in the suitcase, ergo they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and pinned it on Edgeworth. Killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor. I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? The need for the killer, who the victim was. It's an Interpol agent. As it just so happened, there were a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. Being a skinny man, the killer thought to put his body in the suitcase and hand it off. Oh, I guess I'm wrong. Oh, when the murder took place. Killer had to... I really just chose everything except the right thing. Goddamn. I could not be a detective. Took place on a plane mid-flight. Oh, that's what you were talking about. I thought you were saying where the murder took place regarding the cargo. And I'm like, yeah, but if they had left the body there, it would almost incriminate her more because she's the only one that has access down there. No matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. There was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. The only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you. Only you and you alone could be the killer. Damn. She's like, so? Who asked? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. It's not wrong. I have no definitive evidence. I still quite... His phone is missing.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. But that's because it went missing and still is. In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Yeah, or at least that's what you told me. Yeah. Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and call him? Uh-oh. Is it like a volume thing? Is it coming from your person? Flight attendant's room. Oh, okay. Ooh. Ring is coming from somewhere in here. Not in the lost and found. It's not here. It's in her locker, isn't it? Whose locker is this? Narrows, yeah. That's rough. That's rough. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Found it in the flight attendant's room in Miss Tenero's locker. Yeah. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. Apparently.
Objection!
I have a theory. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. Yeah, but how do we prove the key card was stolen at all? Yeah. Can offer baseless conjectures. Do I have anything at all? LCD is broken. Can't even place a call. Camera? Think of it. Yeah. Did he take a photo? It opens? Dude, that's cool as hell. Oh, that's already cracked. We know this. It's one of those computer cell phones. It's got a computer and it's a cell phone. That's cool. It sends email. But how does that help me with anything at all? I've already checked this. I've checked this. Dude, that's a fucking cool phone, man. How do I do anything with this? No, we already know this. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just checking, making sure I'm not missing anything. But I don't think that I am. I don't think I am missing anything. Checked this, I've checked this. Why did the culprit take the cell phone?
Hold it!
It is the camera, isn't it? It's not over yet. At this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence. That's literally what I already did. Open it. Or do I need to look at that camera? Think of it. I wonder. I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Oh, edgy boy. Can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. And mine can take photos just fine. Pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. It's not about repairing it. Plug it into a computer to get the data out. May I go back to sleep now? Oh no. She's no longer in phase 2. The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. That's also reason enough to believe the killer wasn't able to erase the data. The killer isn't very familiar with electronics. Thank you, Francisca. Holy. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning only the LCD screens are broken. The photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. Transfer the data! It's transferring. Hey, yo! A photo of it not being there? Yeah. The infrared's nowhere in this picture. Is there other pictures? Is there nothing in this photo that we can use? I mean, this... Suitcases? Was still alive at the time, so yeah. No, the banister shouldn't be anything. All of these boxes. What exactly is different between then and now? What's all this? The cargo ship from Borginia to the Zhangfa. Yeah. Can you tell me the context of the boxes? The cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says it is cloth in English. Borginian cloth. It appears Agent Hicks was an ordinary investigator. Uh-oh. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. And this piece of evidence, the Borginian cloth.
Take that!
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilled. There's one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? Cargo that was unloaded in Zhangfa had cloth written on it, but only someone that knew Borginian would know to look in the boxes that said cloth on them. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian, and the only crew member that fits that description is you. That's pretty flimsy. Probably searched through all the boxes. That's what I was about to say. That really proves nothing.
Objection!
I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. Because the other boxes are not opened right now. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, the killer would have opened the bedsheets.
Take that!
Bedsheets would be perfect for cleaning blood, no? Yeah. If I were the criminal, this box of bedsheets would have been what I would have spotted first. Do you have an explanation for that? Didn't want anyone to know the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold, and the Virginian cloth was being offloaded in Zhangfa. That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. That's the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is Camille Melee. It'd be very easy for us to confirm any of the boxes were resealed. All we have to do is contact the Zhangfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhangfa? Are we done? Yeah. Oh, the bubbles are fucking getting her. No. There we go, baby. He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. Brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. So you just pushed him. Yeah. You're an art smuggler, but murder's a little big on you. I get it. It's a jump from one to the next. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Did she say anything about that? Yeah. She just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary. The ring behind this whole mess means serious business. There's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Is this the stuff that is happening like 3 days before the first case? I just want to say how much I appreciate everything you did. That's what I'm here for. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. Damn, he's such a smooth criminal, this man. I might not be here right now. Go on a date with me? Go on a date with me? Continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I guess he will. I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. I'm sure it will serve you well. We here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Uh-huh. Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go. Damn, that's a good send-off. That's a good send-off. Can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day. Yeah. Where'd she go? Customs paperwork for her departure. She's leaving? She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Okay. Everyone walks, like, they all strut. None of them just walk. It's fantastic. Thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. Hang on. I'm gonna save real quick because I feel like this might be one of those present a thing. Also, I have no time for such familiar reminiscences. So who do you think I am? Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mud who was always losing to you. Dancing Pierrot, living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father built. Yeah, however, I wouldn't say he was invincible. Phoenix did get him. The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. I can take care of myself. There's another agent on this case with me. He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Is this gonna... I'm already making, like, in my head, I'm like, that guy is the fucking thief guy, the Yatagarasu or whatever. But I doubt he would say the same. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. When I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. Off she goes. Yeah, are you gonna miss the whipping? Thank goodness. I need to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Gumshoe just picked Edgeworth and just decided to stick with him. And Lord knows it's paid off for him. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles. Whoa, big spending. Active, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Yeah. Safety first. That little, like, case solved music. I love it. Franziska von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Edgeworth speaking. Finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Amano? Ernest Amano? Who? So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. And that is the end of case 2. It was only a 3-hour case. Okay. Are the cases in this not that long? I kind of dig that. I kind of dig that if that's the case. The kidnapped turnabout. So, that is that. We're going to do the kidnapped turnabout tomorrow at around about 6 p.m. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. And I'm just going to see whomst is thereabouts hanging out. All right. So there seems to be none of the people I usually raid out to our lounge. So we are gonna call it here for today. See you tomorrow around 6 p.m. Pacific. Maybe a little earlier. Who knows? This is gonna go on the YouTube after I figure out how to upload all the chopped up messy stuff. Because I want to upload it in chronological order because it makes sense. But that means I've got a backlog of about maybe 3 days of streams that I gotta put on YouTube right now. So I'm gonna work on that. But in the meantime, I've been Gallium GG, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow.